Hey, we are back with the World Series. The Rookies Cup still going on, round 5 today, for the GT Travel Career for the 2025 season. And it's time for some Italian action. The Italian chop is waiting for us. The Abarth 500 at Lago Maggiore. The center, the short layout will be the guests, the hosts. Should say the host for our race. We are the guests, of course. So round 5. We have passed the halfway mark of the season, and we can have a look at the standings so far. We have B Racing. I'm sorry, still leading that championship by a nice margin. Blasi then in P2 with some great results the last couple of races, and same goes for River Ruckus in P3. We also have Ishmael in P4. Yeah, and see the rest of the drivers that have competed so far. Probably a few more, but we cannot get them all onto the screen. So yeah, still big points to offer. Nothing is decided. They're looking for another interesting action-packed race in the Rookies Cup. So the theme is small cars at small tracks, also slow cars, but that doesn't mean we don't have blasting racing action going on. For this one we had a couple of side-by-side racing actions, 2-3 wide situations into turns you usually won't be seeing with race cars, but because of the cars they are so slow and so small, that's the beauty. So yeah, we were running with the Daihatsu Copen for the first 2 races, then the last 2 it was the Honda S660, and now we are going back to an FF car, the Abarth 500, so the modified Fiat 500, their custom performance partners at Abarth. And yeah, we are just 2 minutes away from the start of this qualifying session. Still waiting for 2 drivers, so hopefully they can join in time before we start this qualifying section. So those small cars, we should be looking at lap times sub 1 minute at this track, but also it's actually we have 2 kind of heavy braking zones for this track, and being FF, we will have some understeer, definitely, this car. I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be that loose on the rear if you go heavy onto the brakes. But that final turn, like a little bit of a banking, so you're going downhill on that right-hander, and I think it's quite easy to understeer and go a little bit too wide on the exit. I think those are the challenges for the drivers. Oops, someone is reversing on the main straight. Probably don't want to do that during the race, that is. So I give the info we're waiting for 2 more minutes and then hopefully we get at least Ovich in. Hey, Deering in the chat. Ooh, you have a blue tag during your moderator? What happened? Crazy things in here. But yeah, good evening, welcome to the show. Just preparing everything for the qualifying. Get my graphics loaded. Okay. Okay. You also don't know what happened and how. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe at some point you sounded like a trustworthy person. Or maybe it was Arden. I don't know. Someone definitely had the power to do that. Alright, but then here we go. We're starting with 13 drivers, so maybe we get 15 for the second race of this. Alright, let's go. Good luck. And we are starting the qualifying session. 5 minutes of action in slow cars. Magic. Yeah. Alright. Let's see those mighty machines coming out of the pit lane. Actually, quite a nice looking interior, that cockpit. And we see already a train of cars. Will Slipstream be the key for pole position? I don't know, we're going already 3 wide into the first turn and we hear some horns. And yeah, it's packed on that grid, on that outlap. But B Racing, the championship leader, with the good start coming out of the pits and gets a clean lap in for sure. So we go, of course, as we always do, on board, like, and look at the speed. It's crazy. We don't see them. Do we see the speed here? Yeah, kinda. So hitting 162 kph, going into the first braking zone, the chicane, into the right-hander, early on the power again. Oh, it's third gear exit for B Racing. I think this right kink could be flat. Just hook up that inside curb. Yeah, don't run over that sausage and then keep it on the black stuff, black and gray stuff. Now uphill. DS, chicane, nah, not an issue. Flat, of course. Straight through the penalty zone and then roughly at the 50 meters. Third gear, second gear, third gear and exit maybe? Yeah. And this should be the first reference lap time, a 58 incoming? No, 59. I think we had quicker lap times already. Inferno with a 58.3, River with a 0.3 as well, and Blasi with a 58.3. So very close at the top. Ishmael also doing a 58.4. Black Seal 0.6 in P5, so close gaps as I expected, definitely in those cars. So what's the overall gap? half a second. Top 7 still. 6/10 second for the top 10. Stu and 17 cap currently. P12 and P13. But yeah, we still have a little bit of time because it's a 5-minute qualifying session. E-Racing improved up to P2. River into pole. No, it's Inferno the Box who grabs pole position at 58.2. No, it's Blasi again with a 58.0. Didn't look like they got a lot of slipstream going. So the Italian on home soil in his Pizza Planet liveried about 500. Someone parks it on the outside. Messed up that run. So Blasi, Inferno, front row, River, and E-Racing second row at the moment, Ishmael and Neighbother. Third row, then we have Richie. Oh, here, tires screaming. Richie going for it, going sideways. That is interesting in an FF car. Maybe not the fastest way to run that car, but certainly the most fun way to do. Ishmael up to P5, again a little bit. Richie didn't improve, so final minute of the qualifying session, so final lap for most of the race. Again going sideways, going very aggressive. Yeah, Couch Racing puts that car onto provisional pole at 57.9. Great lap, probably. Yeah, looks like he's close to another driver. Slipstream could have helped here. Will someone improve? Get that pole position? But 57.9 could be like that one magic lap. Side by side coming out of the final hairpin. B-Racing improved up to P3 with a 0.2. Ishmael improved but stays in P6, so qualifying finish for Couch Racing. Blasi P2, by the looks. B-Racing P3. Inferno in P4. That is River. Tries to go for the run on that final lap of qualifying. Improved up to P3. Close gap, very close gap. So River second row with B-Racing, Ishmael and Inferno. Fourth row, Neighbother and White Tiger, Richie and Black Seal. We have Evoque and 710 cap, so roughly a second separating that grid. Stoon didn't get the best quali lap in, I reckon. 1.2 seconds, but yeah, we should be in for a treat for that one. So I'll quickly grab the qualifying result, just in case. And we'll start this race very, very soon. Okay, so we have Couch Racing and taking pole position, the only driver with a 57.9. Blasi in P2. The River and B-Racing P3, P4 second row. Championship leader in P4. Its closest driver Blasi on P2. So interesting. Inferno and Ishmael, Neighbother and White Tiger. We saw that. Richie and Black Seal P9, P10. Evoque 710 cap P11, P12, and Stu in P13. For now, alright. So forming the drivers that we are starting soon. And then we have 20 minutes of racing action for race number 1. And after that, we have a short break. We'll do a reverse grid order and do the same race again. 20 minutes as well. Right. We also like a have fun thing here. That was fun. Good luck. Thank you. First. Sorry. Nope. Just have the usual greetings prepared for it. Right. So then, it is time to start race number 1. Bring that on. And then let's go. Should play some music while the lobby takes to load. We hear some horns. Also interesting grid. That look interesting perspective, definitely. So couch racing definitely with a quite an advantage there with the start. So what about coming off that line? Yeah, looks okay. A little bit of a wiggle going on for some of the drivers. Couch racing P1, Blasi P2 and River P3 into the first turn we go. He goes sideways a little bit. B racing around the outside, has to brake, has to respect. Then we have, oops, I saw someone went deep a little bit. Neighbor with some big eyes on the car. And it looks like, did we lose the driver already? So I don't know. We're just running with 12, so who are we missing? Someone disconnected by the looks. Couch racing leading, Blasi P2 sideways they go. The top 2 already opening up a gap. River in third, Ishmael P4, then we have B racing. We have still the cars very close, of course, after 1 lap of racing. So Ishmael and B racing, they could work together to close that gap. Like Richie with some moves up to P6, Inferno, P7, side by side they come out of that first chicane. But Richie with the better run on the outside, Ewok in P8, Stu is 9th. With Neighbor in P10, a bit wide, we see the grass and dust. Black Seal P11 and 710 cap in P12, but having purple. Alright, we have a move for the lead. But it's like Couch Racing could defend that attack for now, but they might be losing a little bit of time with battling that early. It looks like Blasi giving the German driver a little bit of a nudge, a bump. 1 second that gap to River in P3, Ishmael P4. Oh, B Racing dropped it down to P6. So Richie up to P5. And a bit wide onto the grass. Inferno then in P7. We have a gaggle of cars. Then right behind Neighbor, Stu, Black Seal, and also 710 cap, purple, and lap 2 at the back of this very, very close battle group currently. So Couch Racing still leads. Oh, White Tiger, are you are the one missing? Okay. Still the lag for you. It's so unlucky, I don't know why it's always you. Oh, a bit of a slide happening for Couch. Blasi very close now. River gained a little bit with this 7/10. That gap, Ishmael in P4, Richie P5, B Racing a second already to Richie. So not like the best start from the Dutch driver, the championship leader. P6 for now with 3.5 minutes in. And it looks like with a little bit of a tow you can actually gain some time, and River is close now to the top 3. So I think the top 2, they're not really fighting that much. Just as I said it. Ozzy looking down the inside. Can he get it stopped? Touches the grass, loses then some time, and this is the opportunity for River in his Fanta Mobile, trying to go for a run. Oh, not close, but we go on board. Have a look. Also Ishmael within a second. Not out of this fight. Couch defending the inside line. River closing. Breaking Blasi around the outside. Is that doable? Couch hits that sausage cut on the inside. Loses all of the momentum. And Blasi into the lead. River versus Couch Racing, the 2 German drivers. I think Couch Racing, yeah, tries to use that slipstream, and then we have Couch and Ishmael, the 2 twins today in the same livery. Same mind, same idea for this race today. So the Lavazza boys, let's call them that, in P3 and P4. Richie in P5. B Racing closing the gap now, half a second to Richie. So we could see a 6-way battle, maybe for the lead. Inferno with a little gap. And also behind, nearly a second, to Evok in P8. Neighbor up to P9, was running P11, something like that. Black Seal. And then a little gap to Stu and 710 Cap at the back. But they could have a nice little battle. So back to the front, 6 minutes in, 14 minutes to go. Blasi, River and Couch. Couch with a massive run. Oh, has to avoid River there. Loses him a little bit of momentum. Ishmael is right behind Couch Racing now. 1.3 that gap currently to Richie, and B Racing is pushing. So can he use Richie and to get him closer to that 4-car battle group in front of B Racing, going for the moves and then get down the inside. Can he make it stop? Yes, he can, but there goes a switchback from Richie. Nicely played. So instant replay, of course, we will have that. So inside, and then misses that apex slightly, and it's Richie who goes past the Dutch driver. Again, so B Racing in P6 still. Richie P5. With that battling, they lost a little bit of time. 1.67.7 now, roughly, that gap to Ishmael, who needs to stay with the top 3, having a little gap already, 8/10, and the top 3 are really close. Still half a second separates the top 3, Blasi, River and Couch, and they are not fighting it for now. And B Racing with the move this time. I think he made it stick. Richie with a bit of a lag going on. We'll wait for that straight to see if Richie goes for the move or he's staying behind by the looks. But yeah, there's a massive lag happening at this stage, so we'll have a look at the move. Richie a bit slow coming up the hill, and this is where B Racing gets the move done. Let's hope that that connection will stabilize a little bit. Inferno 5 seconds now on that gap, and here comes Evok. Half a second adjust that gap. Black Seal and Neighbor also very, very close. P10, P11 and 710 gap, and Stu in P11 and P12. Currently little gap for the German driver. River moved up into P1. Little, probably a mistake happened there for Blasi. And this is also the opportunity for Ishmael, who has the inside line now. The two Lavazza boys going side by side through that little kink. Couch racing on the inside, Ishmael on the outside, who gets the better run towards the next braking zone. It's couch racing, but Ishmael on the inside line, so we need to get closer to see. Can couch racing hold it around the outside? No, he's trying to go for the cutback, but Ishmael parks it perfectly on that apex and moves up into P3. We see in the background, oh, lag still kind of big for Richie, who was definitely not touching that wall, but it looked like that he ran a bit too wide. So we have now battles of twos by the looks. We have River and Blasi, 1, 2. Blasi within a second. Ishmael and couch racing P3, P4, B racing and Richie P5 and P6. Still just 4 seconds roughly the gap between P1 and P6. And we have the next little group with Inferno and Evok, and also Black Seal and Ney Butter. So Ney with the run, looks like he gets the run into the braking zone. Can he make it stop on the apex? Understeers a little bit. Opportunity for Black Seal to go for the counter attack. They're side by side on that main straight. We also see Evok versus Inferno, and looks like Inferno on the outside, but should have the better run for the turn, but then loses it, touches the grass, and through goes Evok in P7 to P7, Inferno P8. Ney also closed that gap now after the overtake. So 4-way battle for P7, 8, 9, and 10. 7-10 has a little gap now, 1.5 seconds to Stu in P12. At the front, the Fanta machine is still leading, and the Pizza Planet closely behind. So food chasing down some drinks. And then we have happy 4 cars now. Ishmael, Couch, yeah, B Racing and Richie. So 4-way battle for P3 incoming, maybe, with under 8 minutes to go. Already a big gap to the top two, 2.5 seconds. So then can Blasi close that gap? 7, 8, 10th. Currently B Racing with that fastest lap of that race. Also some nice bonus points. Probably would love to keep that, a 57.9. Oh, again, another close to that fastest lap. Blasi, 0.94 versus a 0.91. B-Racing was close again, had to bail out or take avoiding actions. Richie is still there, roughly. Evok after the overtake, keeping that P7, and Inferno under pressure around the outside. Neighbor, no, a bit too wide maybe for Ney. Sino keeps it on the curbs. Doesn't go. Whoa, straight over that sausage. But yeah, there goes the penalty. A bit unlucky, so we'll lose probably 2 positions on the next lap. Inferno on the inside, but it doesn't go for that move yet. Again, they bother understeers a little bit, goes too deep. And this could be the run for Inferno. Let's see. No, Neighbor still carried the speed, the momentum. Should keep P8 for now, but that half a second penalty will be costly. And it's Black Seal challenging Inferno. Inferno keeps it on the gray stuff this time. So P9, so they have to stay close to Neighbor, otherwise Neighbor will keep that P8. Definitely. And Blasi caught up with River. So close now. Under 2/10. Will this be the run? No, not the best exit, half a second after the final turn. Couch Racing got a pass Ishmael, but Ishmael with the run. Couch Racing going defensive very early, trying to defend that inside line, but for the first chicane you can go and use that outside line because it is a left right-hander, and the right-hander is the important one to go for the exit. And what looks like Couch Racing with nice defensive moves, keeping that position for now. But again, it's the long-term play. Look at that, Ishmael was probably just looking at the next right-hander to position his car into P3 we go. But what a battle we have for P3. Ishmael, Couch, B Racing and Richie. Again, we see defensive moves early on. Ishmael with that inside line into the break. So we go trying to park it on the apex, gets a little nudge. And still should carry the speed. Alright, Couch Racing tries to go for the move. That little tap, I think it was B Racing. Car got unsettled a little bit for Ishmael. Lost a bit of momentum, and B Racing also under pressure now. Can Richie go around the outside? No, he's not brave enough to break that late. So still P6, P5, 4 and 3. Everyone's game. And the leaders under 4 minutes to go. Still 1, 2. River and Blasi 5-6 seconds that gap already, so I think they're safe. They can battle for the victory now. Exactly. Blasi going for the dive into the final turn. River trying to go for that cutback move, didn't happen, so Blasi moves into the top spot for now. Nearly half a second, but that straight should help River to bring that gap down again. So P3, 4, 5 and 6. Couch Racing defending that P3, but Ishmael with the mighty run. Again, we go side by side into the first chicane. The 2 trials, nope, not happening this time. Maybe again the same situation, trying to get a run. And here it comes. B Racing's on the outside. It's a risky move. He touches that cross and has to back out. Ishmael should keep that P4 for now. B Racing now with the opportunity is very, very close. Now uphill we go. Will use the bump. Ishmael going defensive, wants to keep that position. Forces B Racing around the outside. Doesn't leave room on the inside to go for the cutback and tries to get back into Couch Racing slip. But 6/10 that gap now. Ishmael under all sorts of pressure. B Racing in P5 with 2 minutes and a bit to go. So that's 3 more laps to go. The battle intensifies. Then defensive driving here. I think Ishmael, he wants to stay in front of B Racing. The gap to Couch Racing opened up 1 second already. So I think the battling is definitely helping the German driver. And also at the front, it is Blasi with 7, 8 tenths now that gap. So River in P2, then Couch Racing P3. We have the 3-way battle group. Ishmael, B Racing, and Richie. And be racing, looking down the inside. Can they go side by side? Yes, they can. Nice bit of racing. Ishmael with the momentum keeps that speed, but be racing loses a little bit of speed. This gives Richie the opportunity. Richie with that slipstream now, and he should get his car in front before the braking zone. Just, I think. Be racing is still there. Cuts across. It's okay, that was very, very close. Yeah, I think he apologizes with the indicators on. I think Richie just had that overlap, but just not by much. Evoke versus Ney, battle for P7 and P8. Final minute of race number 1. P7, P8. Inferno in 9th versus Black Seal and 710 cap, and Stu in P12 currently. So we approach the final lap of the race for the leaders. Lazi leading River P2, Couch Racing in 3rd, Ishmael 4th, and Richie and B Racing will they bother and Evoke also get that final lap? Yes, they will. Inferno crosses the line, also gets onto the final lap, and so does Black Seal, and Stu is the only driver to finish that race in P12 from now. So final lap, lead battle, Blasi defending the inside line, River going wide, trying to go maybe for the cutback, the mighty cutback it is, but I think Blasi got the momentum, got the speed out of the front door. It will be close. It is a slipstream run to the line. I don't think you get it. They are finishing 1-2. Couch Racing with a P3 by the looks. And Ishmael P4, Richie P5, and B Racing P6. Neighbor will keep that P7 by the looks. And then it is Evoke in P8, Inferno, Black Seal and 710 cap, P9, 10 and 11. And Stu finished that race in P12. Well done. Well done. So, gonna save the replay. Bring up results. I'm gonna grab results then. So we have a reverse crit happening for race number 2. Alright, so quick recap. We have seconds. Okay, that now. Blasi winning it with River in P2, Couch Racing P3, and Ishmael P4. Richie and B Racing close battle throughout that entire race, and in P5 and P6, Neighbor 7th, Evoke P8, and then on the second page we have Inferno, Black Seal, 710 cap, Stu, and White Tiger in P13. I think I saw Sonic wants to join us for the second race, on his way. It's alright. Get ready. Or I knew it. I was too late or Sonic too early. Oh, that's much better. So then, let me results screen, so we'll have a short break so I can set the grid order. So every booby, that's a new one. Here we have Inferno left. Okay, not sure who will return. See. So crit aura then. We got 710 Black Sea. Not with us at the moment. See? Ishmael. Ouch. Sonic River. I'm not sure why I cannot type, but that is just need to type slow so every key press gets registered. Some just no additional information. We see some drivers back for race number 2. Go with the current lineup. Looks like no one will be joining again, so I'm gonna start race number 2 then. Everyone is ready for 20 minutes of close racing action again. I am certainly. That. Then we start race number 2. You gotta love it when you hear the horns. Such a nice little greeting. And let's go. We hear the engines, we see the lights, and it's go, go, go! Race number 2 is underway. So Stu leading 710 cap in P2, Black Seal, P3, Evoque 4th, and we have already cars getting closer to good run into the first chicane. Bit of contact between Black Seal and Evoque. B Racing in between the two. Can he make it a little bit of door banging? Really touring car-esque kind of racing style through the first turn, but they are small cars, so you can go 2, even 3 wide through some of those turns. Look at that, we have 3 wide, 4 wide situations probably coming uphill through the S's. It's Black Seal, it's Ishmael with the run P5 with the inside line, but the cars are already there. Make it 5 wide, why not into the first braking zone? And I could see something might happen here. Someone was on the outside. This probably was, yeah, the big lunge down the inside. So we'll go and check what happened. Yeah, I think we go with Sonic's view. Blasi on that inside curb pushed Richie, who then pushed Ishmael. Oh, that's unlucky chain reaction. I think that first lap when the cars are still that close. Sonic with a stock livery, by the way, nice. But we see some problems. So we have Stu still leading 710 in P2. B Racing in third already. Oh, Stu with a mighty slide. Loses the momentum. This is also the opportunity for B Racing to go into the lead position. So let's see. Was there a little tap between 710 and Stu? Not sure, but definitely B Racing with that run now and leading that race. Stu in second, and here comes the pack. Evoque, Blasi, Richie. Everyone is that close now. So Blasi in P4. Richie 5th, 710 cap lost a little bit of momentum and speed down to P6. River is in P7 and Couch and Ishmael, the two Lavazza boys again close to each other. P8, P9, Sonic in P10, Black Seal P11, Nate Butter P12. Now let's see again, close racing through that final turn, and it's like 710 again with a slower run coming out of that final turn. Is still in the mix. Stu on the inside, Evoque around the outside for Couch Racing. Ishmael has a car on the inside. Up to P8, Stu, P7, River, and where is he? River the Panther on the outside, but still might have the run around the outside of Evoque. We see Ishmael again going for that move. There is a little gap. He has the run. And he's right behind the German driver again. Got past Stu. So Couch Racing in fourth, Richie in third, Blasi P3, and B Racing leading that race after 4 laps. So the drivers started at the back of the grid and made their way up to the front end. So B Racing leading, Blasi in P2, Richie is in third, then we have Couch in P4, River 5th, Ishmael P6, and Evoque on the inside. There's a little bit of tap going on. Ishmael sideways, but keeps that position for now, so has the better line for the next turn. Forces Evoque the long way around the outside, should have the momentum now. What about Sonic? Sonic tries to go for the run as well. Tucks in behind Evoque for now. Stu in 9, 7, 10. 10th, Black Seal and May. So still a very close and compact grid after the end of lap number 5. and Stu goes around the outside, or is it 710 who goes down the inside? We will see. I think like Stu had the run, Sonic right behind Evok, and Evok with a little gap to Ishmael. We'll see Sonic probably going for the move, has the car alongside for the braking zone. We saw that earlier on. They can go side by side into the first chicane. So Evok defends that inside line. So Sonic tries to go for the cutback. No, it doesn't happen, but they're losing some time to Ishmael. Now Ishmael in P6, 1.5 second gap to River. So we will see a train, Richie, Couch and River. So they might work together now and try to bring that gap down to the leaders. And look at that, we have a close battle again for the lead. B Racing versus Blasi, the two drivers at the top of the overall championship standings. B Racing and Blasi, Richie leading that train of cars, Couch and River. So looks like no, they're not working together. Looks like Couch was feeling like might have a little bit more pace. Richie going for it, defending. That is not really helping, but probably it is fun, or it does. It's like it's helping Ishmael to get closer, and then we have River, who was like, yeah, you two, you're fighting, I'm going for the move. So we'll have a look at that once again. So inside move, a little bit of a Moses maneuver, and then through goes River, but we are approaching the hairpin. Go back to the live racing action. River in P3, maybe now he's the lead car to close the gap, and it's already 4 seconds and a bit. So the top two, B Racing and Blasi, look, will they be battling that early? Blasi on the inside now, doesn't go for it, breaks early. So they want to open up that gap to make sure they can fight on the final couple of minutes for the race victory. I think this is also nice for B Racing. So River, Couch, Richie and Ishmael. Ishmael's back, yeah, with all that fighting. Ishmael gained. Oh, look at Blasi's lap, 57.6. That's the fastest I've seen so far. Massive slipstream, probably massive run, but what a lap it is. Evok in P7 still defending that position from Sonic. Richie had to serve a penalty, but he's still with that group, but dropped behind Ishmael. So Evok and Sonic. Oh, we saw Ney with a aggressive move, jumped a little bit over that sausage curb. We will see. Happened, had a bit of a run. No, it was actually just outbraking himself and had a slide. Looked like the car got unsettled from the live camera, but replay said something else. So they were there in that battle group, Stu, Ney, Black Seal and 710. And Blasi into the lead. And the gap 3.4. Alright, so maybe now the chase group decided it's better to not fight and try somehow to close that gap. .5 seconds coming into the first turn. River with a good run. Couch in P4, and then I think Richie and Ishmael, they are having a bit of fun, but losing like contact again to that group. 2 seconds again. So I think fighting that early doesn't really have again, we have the situation where we have cars of twos running close to each other at the front, Blasi and B Racing. Then we have the two Germans, River Ruckus and Couch Racing. And we have Ishmael and Richie. We have Sonic and Evok. Sonic got past Evok. Stu and Ney. Black Seal and 710 lost a little bit of contact. He needs to get a good run out of the final turn. It could bring the gap down to under 1 second again. And at the front, it looks like Blasi wants to break free. 7-8 tenths, a good first chicane. Oh, looks, but E-Racing is still in that slip. But look at the gap to River, 2.7. So that they're catching now. So River and Couch Racing, I think they are working together now. They still feel like they can go and have a shout at the race victory for race number 2. So 2.7 seconds. Gained roughly 2 seconds over the last 3 laps or so. They're on a mission. Ishmael with that fighting with Richie, that gap to Couch Racing nearly 3 seconds. So that will be tough for both Ishmael and Richie to get closer. Sonic is still in that fight with Ewok, P7 and P8. Sonic should have track position coming into the first turn. Slides it a little bit. And then keeps P7 Ewok still close. Nay, there was closer, though it got a little bit of a gap to 710, Stu and Black Seal. And yeah, Blasi is flying. Nearly a second now, a great run through the middle sector of the lap. Runs wide though onto the grass. That's not ideal. But I think he carried still the momentum, the speed, to not lose that much. 58.1, 58.3 for E-Racing. 58.2, so this time River and Couch Racing didn't gain that much, just 1 or 2 tenths, maybe 2.6 seconds still that gap. Ishmael and Richie now not that close to fight for that position. Sonic's still in a close one with Ewok, and this gives Nebada the opportunity to go and have a look to bring that gap down even more. Yeah, look at that, under a second roughly. Sonic is defending, but Ewok and Ney also. Now we have a 3-way battle for P7 from what I can tell. Yep, Nebada caught up with the two drivers. 710 and Stu, P10, P11, and Black Seal tries to bring that gap down to join the fight for P10. Blasi runs too wide, but had a massive run, 1.8 seconds briefly. E-Racing with a little bit of a wiggle, maybe lost half a second to River and Couch as well. So once you lose the speed and momentum, you lose quite some time over the entire lap. It's not a long lap, of course, but yeah, definitely so. I think without that mistake, Blasi would be gone now. But he also went on to the grass and lost 3/4 tenths again. Let's have a look at the lap time. 58.6 here, 58.3, 57.9. River is flying. He smells blood. So it's 1.8. 4-5 tenths maybe, and then he gets some slipstream. Couch risking to lose that toe. Ishmael opened up that gap to Richie, and then we have that 3-way battle. That's the closest on track currently, I think. Sonic, Ewok, and Ney. 710 all by himself. And Black Seal and Stu, they had a bit of a moment, probably 1 minute lap times. So running in P11, P12 for now. Blasi 1 second, so B Racing with a good lap, 58.0 personal best. I think that was needed for the Dutch driver. Keeps that gap roughly at 2 seconds. Again, Blasi runs a bit too wide on the exit of the first chicane. Gap will go down under a second. Under 5 minutes to go. So there's an opportunity for B Racing to go for the race win. Definitely back into the groove with his personal best last time round, and is still gaining. I think if he can keep it under a second, that would be very nice. And yeah, there should be another good lap for B Racing. Let's see, Blasi with a 58.0. Yeah, another 58.0 for B Racing as well. 58.2 for River. Couch with a 58.0 as well, Ishmael. Or no, lapping very similar lap times. Sonic with a little gap now to Evo, but then again goes a little bit too late into the first chicane, and that gap is gone. So Evo right behind Ney Butter as well. Sonic runs wide onto the grass, loses momentum, maybe also gets a little bit off dirty tires. This could be the run. Ewok on the inside. Sonic brakes late, tries to keep that outside line to V-shape it a little bit. Ewok into P7, but leaves a slight gap on the inside. So we see a 3 wide situation coming into the first braking zone. No, it looks like just have 2 wide. Sonic on the inside. Ewok a bit early on the brakes, so Sonic versus Ewok versus Ney. Great fight. Now we have to go to the leaders, of course, to see. So still under 1 second. Let's have a look at the race timer. It will be 3 more laps to go. 3 more laps for race number 2. Blasi with roughly a second to P Racing and 2.3 to River. So River cannot get any closer. Couch rating with personal best 57.7. That's close to the fastest lap of the race. Ishmael and Richie, P5, P6, Sonic in 7th and 4th, 10th now. And Ewok under pressure, maybe they better sense it. But Ewok still there, gets the run around the outside. That's the idea. Definitely they go side by side through the right kink. Still side by side. And Ewok with the run and gets a little bit of toe. So should keep that P8. 1.2 seconds now the gap for Blasi. 1 minute 25. Goes to 2 more laps to go. B Racing in P2, 2.3 seconds, still that gap. River could get under pressure. Couch Racing right behind now. 2 more laps to go. Let's see again. Ewok versus Ney this time. Ney closer and drifts it into the first turn. But this time gets the run. So Ewok P9, 7, 10 to cap. P10 hoping for something to happen. Maybe Black Seal and Stu. P11, P12 for them. So Blasi coming around the final turn for the penultimate time. 1.1 second that gap. Also River Couch not close enough. So we are starting the final lap of the race now. Blasi with 1 second. B Racing in P2. River in 3rd and Couch Racing P4. Ishmael and Richie, P5, P6, nothing happened there. Sonic with a little gap to Nay, P7, Mayweather in P8, Evok, P9, 710 on that final lap as well. Black Seal would cross that line, finish this race in P11, Stu in P12. And the leader is on the final lap, still has 1 second, last time braking for the final turn, 1 second. And looks like no drama, a little bit of understeer, but everything under control. And Blasi will win race number 2 here, round 5. B Racing brings home in P2, River in 3rd, Couch Racing P4, Ishmael in P5 with Richie finishing P6. Then we have Sonic and Nay with a great run on that final lap, closed that gap but not enough, so Sonic with a P7, Nay P8, Evok P9, 710 got close within half a second, but not close enough to go for a move to cross the line. Alrighty. So then we save that replay. Bring up race results. And grab for you, for everyone. Why am I singing? I don't know. It just happened. Sorry for that. Alright. So, race result for the second race, round 5. Blasi with the victory, B Racing in P2, so the top 2 in the championship, scoring some big points again. Here for the second race, River also running P3 in the championship, and Ishmael 4th in the championship with a P5. So they're scoring points. Couch Racing in 4th. Richie for a guest starter, P6. Sonic as well jumped in for race number 2, P7 without any practice. Had some nice battles with Mayweather and Evok throughout this race. Evok then finishes in P9, and 710 kept with a steady race towards the end of that race and closed that gap and nearly got himself a better finishing position. That was really close. And Black Seal and Stu, they had also like a nice fight for this race, a nice battle. P11, P12 it is. So and next week we will stay in Italy. We go to Sardinia road track. It will be road track C, also like the shortest of the 3 layouts. Again in this car, about 500. Hoping for a entertaining race again. And with that being said, next stream on this channel will be Saturday, the WAEC Road to Le Mans 2025 series that will be starting now. 1 race per month, 90-minute endurance, multi-class hypercars and LMGT3s on real-life racing tracks. So 6 race mini-series starting at Daytona and finishing at Le Mans, as the title suggests. So this will be here on Saturday, and next week of course we have the usual TEC on Monday, the Yang Tank series on Wednesday, and the next round World Series on Thursday. So thank you all for watching, hope to see you very soon, and until then, bye bye.